Smooth, man. Let's talk some 49 football. Boy, I'm gonna tell you what, Feb. I'm in a town hall meeting feeling tonight. Come on, man. What is up with all this shots being taken? Every time you look up, you can't go through your dailies. Brock Purdy, blah, blah, blah. Nastiness. Brock Purdy, nah, more nastiness. What in the hell is the problem? But you know what? You know what I'm enjoying about all that stupidity? QB on a 2025 mission, baby. If you're Brock Purdy, what are you sitting there thinking? You're seething at the shots being taken. Puka Nacua came out of nowhere a few weeks back. Brother, the 49ers paid Brock Purdy the Super Bowl window's closed. WTF? Puka, what's up, man? What is wrong with you people? That dude alone, man. Headline, 49ers quarterback Brock Purdy believes he deserves more respect as well. Brock's been humble. He hasn't said much. But I think he's starting to have it. He's had enough. But I'm hoping he hasn't had enough. I want him to continue to be punching in the air and you know, I mean, just getting real. Get jiggy, Brock. Let that frustration out on the field, bro. You can make him stop talking about you. Oh, hell yeah, you can. You got a lot of supporters behind you, too. Fam, man, the fact that a number of NFL observers that appreciate how much compensation Brock Purdy was given a few days ago, it is very interesting. It's every other person sitting up having an opinion, whether you're asked for one or not. When concerning the number of underachieving quarterbacks that were actually gifted sizable, huge salaries within the last 3 seasons that don't even possess the same cachet or accomplishments as Brock. I mean, what has Trevor Lawrence done over in Miami? And I don't, you know what, because I worry about him. But, you know, I just don't get it. These guys are getting paid. You notice I didn't bring up Dak's name? Because Dak's Prescott's salary is so outrageous. It's just the outlier of the rest. But, ooh, it's just, God. So to the 49 phones we go, all right? To understand the latest level of mudslinging that has developed since the Brock Purdy payday, the question, why are the BP naysayers so loud and getting louder each and every week? It's as if Brock went around and peed in everybody's cornflakes. It's just weird. So, you know, because the past quarterbacks have gotten paid. I mean, everybody, well, no, you shouldn't have got that. And he leave it alone after that. With Brock, it's just nonstop. God. For example, former wide receiver, TG, let me get his name right. Hishmandzadeh. That's spelled HOUSHMANDZADEHBS. I added the BS, but you know what? That's just... He believes Brock Purdy is overpaid. Okay. A lot of people seem to agree. He goes on, he's quoted saying that Brock Purdy takes the San Francisco 49ers to the Super Bowl and they win it, then this contract is well worth it. Until he does, he's overpaid. TJ, how many quarterbacks are out there not taking their team to the Super Bowl and winning it after they've been paid big bucks? You can't even count them anymore. The hell, man? It just doesn't follow any line of logic for me. It's irrational. But you know what? Purdy believes he's a top 10 NFL quarterback, and I want him to keep thinking that way so he'll know what he's got to do this year. PFF thinks differently of Mrs. Purdy's baby boy. They just recently released their rankings for all 32 QBs in the league, starters. And BP was, just to add, you know, it's a club. Just because BP is getting beat up by everybody else, PFS, we got to beat him up too. Don't even say that. He's not in the top 10. Drop him at 11. I'm telling you, I don't believe in conspiracy theories, but there's something weird about the attacks on Brock Purdy. This was BP, who was fresh off a signing. He's barely landed. Oh, barely on the top 10. He's number 11. You see what I'm saying? I mean, this was BP, who was fresh off signing a 5-year, $265 million 49ers contract extension in PFF's Tier 3A. They're working him. They're working him. Solid starters who have flash high-end play. Put him in the third tier and put him at number 11. Translation? Purdy may be a product of the system and surrounding talent, but he's still led one of the NFL's most efficient offenses over the past 3 seasons, and that will get you no points. PFF's John Costco. His play dipped slightly in 2024 as the 49ers battled injuries across the offensive line and receiving corps, yet he still posted the league's top success rate over the past 2 years, alongside a 7th best 90.0 PFF grade. Let me repeat that. He still posted the league's top success rate. He still posted the league's top success rate over the past 2 years. But that gets you nothing. You're Brock Purdy. Know your role and shut your mouth. I mean, of whom are the ones ranked ahead of Purdy, starting from number 10 to number 1? Geno Smith of the Raiders. Yeah. The Lions, Jared Goff. I'm not really mad at that. I see something equal between them just about. Justin Herbert. Okay, yeah. The Scams, Matthew Stafford, as bad as I don't like him. I don't really dislike Matthew Stafford. I just like the team he's playing on and how Rudy's always hooping and hollering about how great he is. And as you know, Matthew Dime Stafford is something that the marketing pro likes to throw at us all the time. These guys probably are nice people. The people who talk about them are something you want to, if you see them walking across the street in a crosswalk, you don't want to hit your brakes. Commanders, Jaden Daniels, understandable. Yes, yeah. Jalen Hurts. Josh Allen, yes. But TJ, Josh has been paid, and he's had ample opportunity to go to the Super Bowl and bring the Bills back a Super Bowl, but you don't get mad at him. Lamar Jackson. No SB. Bengals, Joe Burrow. This is why I wish every year, Joe Burrow's a better quarterback than Brock Purdy, but here's the thing. I just wish every year we could play the Bengals first. The Bengals are going to start the season off looking like butt cheeks. Watch and see. They're going to lose the first 3 out of 5 easily. This is what they do. And then later on in the season, they kick off. And they're unstoppable at some point. But they can never. If you were the owner, what would you do with that? But that's not our business, though. And, of course, Patrick Mahomes, he's better than everybody. As I say, Geno Smith, I don't know about Geno being better than Brock. Is he really? And Jalen Hurts, all right, if you're going to, the aforementioned talented group, no doubt about it, but if Brock Purdy's success is going to be fully attributed to his surrounding talent, why isn't Jalen Hurts subjected to that same kind of ridicule? This is my issue with that. Jalen Hurts is not a bad quarterback. I'm not saying that by any stretch, but I'm just saying Jalen's out there surrounded by a lot of talent, especially on the defense. He's got some great offensive people as well. When you've got Saquon Barkley running the ball for you, you've got talented wide receivers all over the place and a tight end. But nobody's saying anything about that. Jalen gets, but he does get his fair share of negativity, but not to the point of Brock Purdy. The level Brock Purdy gets is just ridiculous. But the final analysis is Jalen Hurts is better. Question mark. BP takes issue with him not being in top 10 as well. I like that. Good, Brock. You don't have to sit back quietly and be humble and be that kid that everybody says, well, he's such a nice kid. You don't have to go the Baker Mayfield route, but you can say something. It's okay. Good. I'm glad. PFF used a combination of recent performance and career trajectory to compile that list that they came up with. And Purdy's number 11 ranking still, it's not something to frown at. But that's my point. At number 11, he's still getting dogged. Why? Even if you put him at 11, which, by the way, he should be at number 9, to my estimation. The daily shots at Purdy's salary, Well, wait, let me look at some of the guys getting paid above him. All right. Is Geno getting paid more? No. I think Geno's getting paid just slightly less. Jared Goff's getting paid. Justin Herbert's been getting paid. He hasn't been doing anything. Justin Herbert is excused every year from anything and everything. We'll see what he looks like this year. The Chargers should look a lot better this year. Matthew Stafford. 3 years in a row, I know he's good, but you need to put good on a piece of paper that shows proof that you're good. Matthew Stafford, down through the years, has stumbled. What's the name of that song? I'm stumbling in. Matthew Stafford led the league in INTs. And, how many times? And he goes 3 years, and he's not doing that well. He's just so-so. Last year, he was okay. He built up a momentum, and he came into the playoffs, and he looked good. I'm not saying anything bad about the team. They did well. But why isn't Matt taking more heat? He's been getting paid more than Brock Purdy for a long time. Jane Daniels is going to be a monster. I've got nothing to say about him. Not a word. That guy's going to be something else. I told you about how I feel about Jalen Hurts. Josh Allen. At what point do you say, okay, Josh Allen's got a hell of an arm. Boy, he's got a cannon out there. And he's a one-man wrecking machine. Okay, but if we're going to measure any amount of success and give people credibility for the amount of times they go to the Super Bowl and win it, Joe Burrow's I feel sorry for Joe Burrow. And he had to drop some dimes on an interview the other day about getting Hendricks paid. It seems Joe has to go and complain before the organization decides to pay people. Patrick Mahomes, nothing to say about Mrs. Mahomes, baby boy. Not a word. He is a bad mofo. All right? But I've had it with the Brock Purdy shot. So fam, it is your obligation. If people get on Brock Purdy, no matter where you sit, get in there and fight for. I can't take it anymore. I've gone after Cubs fans. I've gone after Bears fans. I've only ran into a couple of Green Bay fans. Actually, people in our division, there's only one team that's loud talking Brock Purdy all the time, and that's the Rams. You don't hear Hawks fans going after Brock that much. I've not ran into any, actually. Eric is in here talking about it's unwarranted as well. He's a Hawks fan. And actually, if you're a Cardinals fan, you have no business talking about anything, anybody, anyway. I'm just giving you the reality, Cardinals. Pretty sad this past Thursday on KNBR's Murphy and Marcus when asked if he believes he's a top 10 NFL QB. He quote, yes, sir. Yes, yeah, for sure. I think I'm a top 10 quarterback. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to create a list or anything right now, unquote. Good for you, Brock. Get out there and hand people their asses. That's all you got to do, and nothing else will be said. The term NUFFSAID. We need to appreciate the over-the-top criticism, though, as I say, the media making Brock's new contract out to be a scandal. And kudos to NBC's Mayor Matt Mayoko. He's also king of the bat for Brock, who said during an appearance on the Rich Eisen show, if you caught that, I think the people who are saying that, I don't know if they watch the 49ers. Good, Matt, good. He goes on to say, I don't know if they watch much professional football because this is a guy that put up huge numbers in 2023, his first full year as a starter. We're talking was in the MVP conversation. So why can't he get paid? I mean, yeah, he had a bad year last year. We all, but why do we have to ignore that the Niners struggled through an injury-ridden 2024 season? It was clear and obvious. You can't win without weapons. You just can't. That's been proven by a number of quarterbacks down through the years. It goes all the way back to the beginning of football time. San Francisco finished with just 6 wins, and Mayako acknowledged that Purdy's numbers weren't as impressive as those from the previous year. Okay, but given the substantial reasoning, what is up with the unreasonable attacks? Mayako explained last year they had all the injuries, basically playing with a lot of guys. Brock didn't even practice with during the offseason. He didn't even know these guys. Mayako noted, the more you watch Purdy, the more apparent it is that clearly he plays at an impressive level, with all things being equal. You can't send a guy out there butt naked and expect him to. It doesn't make sense. How are you going to make a full judgment on a player like that? Does he have the biggest arm in the world? Question mark. Manco didn't hesitate to answer that. Of course not. But where his strengths lies are in other areas, like being able to read a defense on the fly and knowing the offense and being accurate and decisive, his decision making, his processing, all of those things. He's a really good player, and there's no question about it. Unquote. Fam, let's see the thing. If you're going to heap shame on the man's game, see what I did there? I know. You got to look at the man's full body of work and read the whole book on Purdy since entering the league. Don't just read a couple of chapters and then say, no, well, this is all about Brock Purdy. It's out of line. Dude was, as I mentioned, the MVP conversation a year before last. So I fully agree with Michael's assessment that Brock Purdy played well, not as well as he did in 2023, but he still produced at a decent level. 7th in the league in QBR with what they went through last year. You know, the offensive line, what's the guy that we just had leave, just retired? I'm done picking on the offensive line. Feliciano? He said, yeah, a lot of players out there had all-star years, but yeah, let's pile on the offensive line. I've mentioned something to that. I'm not saying I wasn't bad as everybody else, but I do remember saying a few times, well, you know, we're still winning and scoring a lot of points every week. I didn't get into the argument with anybody without that, because still, I was a little upset with McKivitz. We've had some plays during the course of the game that you just can't get over. But they still produce at a pretty high level, even as long as most of them are all out there, even if they're not doing well in certain areas at certain times, they still produce. So I don't know if we should beat up on the offensive line. Felicia, you know what? I'm done, man. I'm not going to say anything about you guys again. But let the slander continue. Keep BP motivated and fired up. I mean, I want him to be all the way pissed off. I want his wife to have to, when he comes home, sit down, babe, sit down, calm down, rub his head, massage his shoulders. It's going to be okay. I know you're good. You know you're good. Your teammates love you. They say good things about you all the time. Don't let it get to you. You just focus on the job at hand and you'll get it done. Here you go, Brock. That's all you got to do. You got that. If I may borrow a phrase pattern from the Lions, Don Burr, Brock Purdy versus everybody. Go get him, PP! JP hella hard for that. Oh, I lost my mom in March. Please keep me in your prayers. Oh, man, I love moms, man. JP, man. I'm sorry to hear that, fam. Yeah. Guys, let's pay tribute to JP hella hard, man. It's a hard thing to deal with. Mom's just like, man, it's just, you know, all us boys are born, that umbilical cord, they say, it's never really broken. Never. For eternity. As long as your spirit survives and lives past the time you go to the grave, that umbilical cord is still attached. It's that connection that you'll never be able to get over. JP, I'm feeling you, man. Feeling you. Hang in there. I know the feeling. Been there. Still there. Smooth. Get on that, man.
Ronbo.
Smooth. Yeah, man.
Hold on, let me get my headphones on. I don't know how clear you can hear me, so I'm better with my headphones on. Give me 1 second.
Okay.
Should be coming.
Yeah.
Should be coming on right in a second. Okay, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you loud and clear.
Yeah, man. Hey, you know what? Y'all probably be getting feeling some type of way about these haters. I love it.
I do too, in a way.
I love all the haters. I want more I want more haters. See, me personally, it's like this. When people hating on you, that means they want what you got. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when I stop getting haters, then I have to check myself. Say, I must be doing something wrong. I have to get back on my game, on my grind.
That's right.
The more haters I get, I'm doing something right. Once they start calming down, then I'm doing something wrong. So I need all the haters I can get.
Amen.
To stay on top. But good to hear from you. Last show. Oh, right on. I appreciate that. Last show, somebody had text that I said the 49 salary cap was 43. They said no, it's 40. Check it out. It was 40. It was 43.9. Then it went down. Now it's at 39.
Did we sign somebody?
Because they had to redo. They were still doing numbers. So I was waiting for the full thing to come out. Well, I thought it was at 40, but now it's at 39.19.
Well, we can stand 1 million.
And yeah, man, we still got paper, you know. But Brock Purdy, man, why they hate Ronbo? It's like this, bro. It's just like this. He's getting fired. He got a 5-year contract, 265. Okay, 181 guaranteed. He getting 160. It's 165.90. 165 million, 0.95 million first 3 years. Next 6 years, seasons. First 3 seasons, he's getting 53 a year. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So who's Mazala, which is Brandon IU, receiver coach. Bruh, what have you done in the league? He's talking about he should be getting like 42, 45. Man, that's my receiver paper right there. This is a quarterback, bruh. Keep it 100, dude. Man, I wish I could talk to that man, bruh.
God.
You know, and if you want to go there, I can go there with him. You know, I ain't got no black belt for nothing. But check this out. Anyway, I don't like violence. Only if it comes to. But anyway, another thing. All Brock did, bruh. He went what? In 40 pro games, he completed 67.5% of his passes. Okay, 9,518 yards. 64 touchdowns, 27 interceptions. He helped the 49ers to a 23-13 record. All right? Now, 36 starts he had got them to the Super Bowl, championship games. We would have won the Super Bowl if he didn't hurt his right shoulder against the Philadelphia Eagles. Everybody know that. It was there for the takes. So I'm like, what the hell? Passing rating 113? Come on. Look at the other quarterbacks. What have they done?
Thank you.
What have they? All those quarterbacks on the AFC. What have they done? How many Super Bowls have they went to? Not win, just get there. They never got there, so they need to shut the fuck up. Okay, saying that now, Brock Purdy, all he do, I'm gonna call him the silent assassin. He don't talk. He got chip on his shoulder, and he performs on the field. He's gonna take it out on the field. Now, all these dogs they have on defense, these receivers. There's no way they'll be able to escape anybody. There's nothing is safe. I don't care if they run a slant, go route, whatever. Man, they go get pass on them, bro. Man. I can't wait. And hey, bro, and Stout, CJ Stout. Look, he was just like Brock. He didn't start off as fast as Brock did. And they said nothing about that. Then when you got his groove and Daniels, when they got their groove and Love, all three of them, I ain't putting them down. I ain't talking down on them. I'm just keeping the facts 100. So only thing I can come up with, I'm sitting back, I'm thinking, I'm like, school, what the hell is going on? Why are they doing this? There's other 3 quarterbacks. Then I said, that's what it is. It comes back right to what I said before. He's a 7th round pick, irrelevant.
They'll never get over it.
That's the only thing. They can't get over it because all these quarterbacks that went before him, that got drafted high, they didn't do shit. But Brock come in and shine. Soon. Garoppolo went down. What'd he do? Came right in that Miami game.
Smooth segue.
Oh, that's luck. Oh, it's a system. It's a system.
Yeah,
what'd he do? Tom Brady.
He's got the Avengers.
Once Tom Brady stepped up and gave his. Tom Brady was so mad he didn't take a shower. He just jumped on the plane. Tom Brady, what rookie quarterback ever beat Tom Brady? None. Until Brock Purdy
it was
did.
a first. Tom has never lost to a rookie.
He was the first.
Except that one.
See, they don't talk. See, they don't see NFL Total Access, ESPN, and all them.
They don't talk about that.
They don't bring that up.
No.
They don't bring that up. That's why I want to be on TV. They don't want to bring that up. The first ever. Belichick and Brady in New England, they never lost to a rookie quarterback, ever. But Brady was the first one to lose against
But
Brock
he lost
Purdy.
when he's in Tampa Bay, but still he is Tom Brady, whether Belichick's there or not. And that's a rookie you're dealing with. So
Man, look here, man. Look here, man. I can go on and on about this, and I'm like an attorney in court.
I know.
You know?
I feel like if you want to go into a situation where there's judges,
I rest my
and
case.
a jury.
I
Yes.
rest my case, Judge Ronbo. You cross-examine whoever. I mean, go ahead.
We are ready to pass a sentence in. All you haters that are out there talking trash,
man.
you will be put on a plane and flown to El Salvador. You know, because the thing is, they're going to continue talking now. Because if they lose face later on, I want to hear what they're going to say, is what I want to know.
Guess who came out and said and talked highly of Upton?
Upton Stout? I mean,
His
Upton.
coach.
Yeah.
Upton South. His coach.
Real
Niners
quick.
got a good one.
Yeah.
All he do is talk trash. He don't back down from nothing.
Oh, I like
nobody.
that if he's a trash
and
talker.
if anybody, and check this out. If anybody out of place on the field, he gonna get in their face and let them know it. Teammate, whoever. His coach said that. Facts.
He said he was at the right place. Smooth.
We got dogs, man. Will you be back on? I know I'm out of time. I already know I'm ahead of you on that,
I
bro.
will be
I'll
back.
step ahead. I'm
I'm loving it, fam. But I'll be back Friday.
All right, Friday.
All right.
Sucker Free City Smooth Operator. I'm out.
I love that one. Sucker
bang,
free.
bang.
I need a T-shirt like that.
All my family. All my faithful family. You know what it is already. Don't listen to the haters. We got this, bro. We got this. And and the staff. Great job. I'm out. Smooth Operator.
Thanks, Smooth.
Holla.
Appreciate you,
All right,
fam.
your boy. All right.
Right, Smooth. Yes, I love the way it's all pumped up these days. And a triple A drive on up in here, man. Did he just rinse his mouth out and spit? Triple A, you getting ready to go to bed? You brushing your teeth?
Yo, what's up, Ronbo?
Triple A, tonight I decided to call this meeting in defense of Brock Purdy. Since so many people are talking badly about him, we need to say something good about him. This has got to be kidding. After this length of time, Brock Purdy has achieved enough that he can be allowed to have a few minutes off while his team heals up, while he takes a break from all these playoffs, while he just all of a sudden stumbles a little bit, and he's being judged entirely, exclusively, and only on last year. And that's just wrong. Triple A, you've heard what's being said. How do you really feel about that by now?
I mean, yeah, you know, Ronbo. I'm just tired of the haters talking about Brock that and that and that and that.
It's hard to ignore.
So, I know, and especially what's his name? TJ Houshmandzadeh, I think what his name is.
Oh yeah, that's it. You talking about TJ?
Yeah.
Yeah, just call him TJ. His last name's too really difficult to pronounce. So TJ H.
Say-
Yes.
Yeah, he's saying that they overpaid Brock Purdy. I'm like, get the fuck out of here.
You know, and what's his requirement for his pay to be warranted? He got to go to Super Bowl and he better win it. TJ.
Look at, like, for example, look at Joe Burrow. He's getting paid like $55 million a year, and last year he didn't make the playoffs. So
you could go down the line with that, fam. How many guys are getting paid buku cash and ain't going to the Super Bowl? There's a lot. I mean, I feel bad about Tua, but you know, Tua's getting paid, and people are beating him up every few minutes. And don't even get me started on Dak. But there are other quarterbacks that are getting paid that haven't done anything near what Brock has done.
and Trevor Lawrence.
You know, there was a few words said about that last year. Remember? Was that last year they got that contract? There were a few words, just a few said about that. Because when you're number one in the draft,
Yeah.
you already get an automatic go pass and get $250. You know what I mean? It's a different standard.
Yeah, and I mean I can go on and on. You know, even as great as Josh Allen is, he hasn't made it to a Super Bowl, and he's making like 55 plus million. So
Yeah. And then people, oh, and do you get this? Oh, now you're going to compare Brock Purdy with Josh Allen? No, man. This is a game about things that you can put on paper, that things that are recorded.
it's a team sport.
Number one. So, you know.
Like, so you know, if Jalen Hurts won a Super Bowl, then why he won it? Because of his offensive line, plus they have great players on both sides of the ball.
Defensive line from hell. Yeah. What if he didn't have all that? What if they were all hurt? You think he'd still win that game? No.
So, I mean, and I really think it's going to fuel Brock Purdy up because I bet he's listening.
Oh, he hears the noise.
All the haters.
Yeah, he hears it. I think Brock's been trying to just, he's trying to be the bigger man and the adult in the room when these things happen. And he just goes about, but he finally just answered a short answer about that. Yeah, I'm a top 10 quarterback, and I'm not going to go down through any listing of things, but I'll leave it at that. Good, Brock. Let them know you're not amused by their unnecessary get up in the morning and the first thing I'm going to do is say something bad about Brock Purdy. And I've got a public platform where I can go on and guys on TV. Boy, you guys ought to be ashamed. My God. And Nick Wright. Nick, boy, you don't. Oh, God.
Oh.
Nick Wright,
don't get me started, Nick Wright.
Oh, God. And Nick no longer has a leg to stand on after what happened to his favorite quarterback. You've seen that graph he has on the show. It's Mahomes Mountain. He lists every quarterback in the league at different areas on the hill below Mahomes. And you know what? Before I had no argument to offer for that. Mahomes was the top of the heap. But now, Nick, he's not. Hey, by the way, Aaron, who is the number one quarterback in your mind right now in the NFL? It's hard. You got to think about it, don't you?
I mean,
yeah. Dak Prescott?
Like, hell no. I said maybe Joe Burrow.
Yeah. Skill. We're just gonna using skills as a standard. You know.
Oh.
I mean, you were right. Joe Burrow is as good as it gets. I really hate to. You know what? Josh Allen is that good, but he's had a series of circumstances. You know, you got one of the greatest wide receivers of all time dropping the ball, a pass thrown right to him. Stephon, why did he catch that? They could have beat the Chiefs. You know, this is the way the game of football goes. There are not things that you need to, like you said, team sport. There are things that happen out there that you don't automatically turn the spotlight off of that particular person that made that mistake and put it on the quarterback. Why? He threw the perfect pass.
Yeah. And like, for example, when Brock threw that ball to Ronnie Bell dropped that ball.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. And don't even get me started on Debo. And that was Debo's bread and butter play. Another drop pass. And exactly the wrong time.
Yep, sure did.
But whose fault is it? That's Brock Purdy, man. It's like Matt, my uncle says, people don't watch the games. They just look
Yeah.
at the stats and records afterward. They don't know what happened. And they don't basically understand the game of football. So that's why they say the things about Brock, because it makes them feel better after he got paid. They were saying that, you know, it's so funny. Triple A, they were saying bad things about Brock before he got paid. You don't deserve leading salary. Give him $40 million. And really? So I know. We'll just let it ride. Brock's gonna be fine this year, fam.
Oh yeah, he will. You know, as long as Trent Williams stay healthy, which I hope he do.
Oh,
And
I just hope he comes to camp. I want to see him. Fam, hey, Triple A, I'll be back Friday, and I'll be looking for you. All right? That's good. Camp will get started here soon, so we ain't got to be just talking about any and everything. We'll have some stuff then. All right?
all right, Ronbo.
All right.
And wait.
Look forward to it, fam. See you Friday.
Good night.
Night, Triple A. Hey, Robert, come on in, man. It's
Ronbo.
yeah. The defense league.
Yeah, been a minute, Ronbo.
Yeah, I'm thinking of that. Yeah. I was like, when's the last time I said that name, Robert? Yeah, it has.
Okay. Let me just address you there. Hey, real quick though, before we get into it. When are you gonna put Jerry Rice on that background?
Yeah, I'm being lazy. I haven't sent for the black. I mean, I almost said the fathead yet. But I'm thinking Jerry Rice is probably the right guy, right? When you think about the greatest 1-2 punch in NFL history, it's probably Montana to Rice.
Right. Gotta have those two back there.
I thought about Bill Walsh
But,
just to represent coaches, but go ahead.
You know what? Bill Belichick, Tom Brady. I don't know about that one.
Yeah.
But this Brock Purdy stuff, though. I mean, look, you know, it comes with the big contract. It comes with the big contract because now you got to really live up to the expectations.
Yeah.
And last season, you know what? It was everybody towards the middle end of that season was basically saying, "What can he do? What can he do with less?" And it was basically
Robert,
that's the
define that.
narrative
But
that-
before you go any further, what does that
Yeah.
mean in your mind? Well, what could he do with doing less? What break that down. What does that mean?
Okay. So that means, so obviously, you know, the simple answer is your starters, your main ones, your first line, right? Your first ones. You get more reps with the starters, and then you get less reps with the second team, third team. Obviously, they're not familiars.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, what they're saying is like less talent. You plugging and playing guys that you normally don't even play with. And that's the narrative when everything goes wrong.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, it's supposed to just be next man up.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't apply.
Yeah. Okay, Robert.
So
now you haven't said that. Now, how many quarterbacks? And I do give Patrick Mahomes credit on this, but how many quarterbacks that you see start off a season with starters that go down? And then, like you said, the next man up comes in, and he ain't as good as the one who just left, right? So now the quarterback, all the emphasis has to be shifted toward him to make things happen. Because, you know, I know the saying goes, he makes everybody around him better. Is that the way it is?
To make them, you know what? Ooh, are we talking active, or are we going to use past quarterbacks too?
Yeah, no, use any quarterback from any era you want. I want to know the quarterbacks that came out there with no real weapons to speak of. Nobody knew the names of the people out there. Some of them were rookies or whatever the case may be. They just came out and continued to kick ass at the same pace that they were before those guys left.
I would, you know what? Obviously, I hate to say it. Because I don't even.
No,
Brady.
it's okay.
I would have to say Brady, and then maybe I was to see. You know what? Because I watched him for a quarter. I watched him for a cool minute. Maybe Peyton Manning, maybe.
Yeah.
And then if you want to go modern day, obviously they love. I mean, the golden staple would be Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah.
And maybe no. I actually would take Josh Allen over Patrick because ever since Diggs got out of there, that ball has been spreading around, and that whole Bills team looks completely different.
Made him a better team.
They're a way better team. So
No.
you know what?
No, you just mentioned four.
I'll say that. You know what? I won't even say Brock Purdy has to do more with less. I would say Kyle Shanahan has to open up more of the playbook.
Yeah.
Because obviously he loves to run. That run, got to run.
Mm.
But other than that, I mean, I don't mind. I want my quarterback to be confident, but at the same time, if you look across the field, you know what? Yeah, he's the only quarterback I would say, with his years playing since he started to reach the Super Bowl, play how he played in the Super Bowl. You got to give a man some credit. He beat Dak Prescott, so you got to give him credit on that.
Well, yeah, but maybe not, fam, because Dak Prescott. Everybody beats Dak. Texas boy there, boy.
Garbage time, Dak get points. He get points when the game is already over, just to make himself look good.
Yeah.
Hey, and real quick, well, what's up with the Mac Daddy conversation?
The Mac Daddy?
Yeah, they were saying. I heard a report or something like that before Purdy got his contract, that they were trying to push this little Mac Jones could be the starter.
I saw something briefly about that. I didn't read it. I saw the headliner on that. Sometimes you see those things. I suspect that some clown is putting that out there, probably not even affiliated with anybody. And then somehow his line got out there. Mac Jones, you don't pay a quarterback over $50 million so Mac Jones can start. So I just attached some rationale to that and kept nothing to see here, kept moving. But what did you see about that? Because as I say, I didn't give it any energy.
No, I didn't really read too much into it, but it was just really random because it came out of nowhere. Like, during Brock Purdy and the conversation talks, like it basically, made it seem like 49ers weren't really
serious,
interested in making Brock the guy. Basically.
See, that's what I was getting ready to say. It was during that time. Yeah, there was a lot of conversations like that. Yeah, and they start talking about the other guy too, the Rourke. They talk about Rourke. Rourke's got this and Rourke's this and Rourke's that. Why do y'all keep talking about him? He's not. He's going to redshirt the entire year. So if you're trying to find a way to not sign Brock Purdy, Rourke's not going to make that happen, and neither is Mac Jones.
I mean, of all people.
Mm-hmm. So I'd be getting wrong.
But with the season, I think a new season. Obviously, the schedule's looking real flex and easy.
Well, Robert, let's give me some more. Robert, don't be a stranger, man. I'll be back Friday and looking for you. Because bring that little person in the background that wants to have something to say. Put them on the phone next time too.
Oh yeah, man. Just been a little busy with working. That's all.
No, I know. Hey, get like that. It is life. Hey, Robert.
Oh yeah.
Good to hear from you again, fam. All right. I'll see you Friday.
All right, man. Certified box cutter.
Night, fam.
All right, man.
Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven, it's that moment where you know what? I'm looking forward. I'm thinking right now, that day, if we go the first 6 weeks, and I know it's already going to happen, 49ers are 6-0 to start the season. It's not due to the fact that they're playing such great football as much as it is the soft schedule is anticipated way back in May is starting to come. Hey, wait a minute, guys. You know what Brock Purdy's percentage is? He's leading the league in this stat. Is anybody going to say anything about that? See, because I'm already knowing what's going to happen. Steven, why do they pick on our quarterback like they do?
Last year. Okay, let's talk about this. Yeah, we got an easy schedule compared to last year. But if you look at it, we also lost to some really shitty teams.
in some really stupid ways. It's an any given Sunday type of game, right?
Yep, every year.
For some odd reason, Niners just could not get their foot out of their mouth every single play. And it wasn't because, lack of skill, Brock Purdy can't throw. No, the fact that we had so many injuries.
Yeah.
And on top of that, every team had our number.
Yeah.
We had an incompetent human being running the defense. And I stand on that 10 toes down. Nick Sorensen is probably the dumbest person to ever touch that defensive coordinator position.
Clueless.
And that says a lot because we've gone through a lot of DCs who were pretty damn bad. Really, we got an easy schedule, but we also have our own division we got to face, who is not easy. I mean, since when has Kyler Murray ever been a non-issue for us?
Oh God, his name
I literally
freaks
watched
me out.
him. Ronbo, I watched him last year at the stadium, and I was like, oh yeah, we're whooping his ass. Come back out of nowhere like a badass child with a TV remote, run around our defense, and score a touchdown.
And
from
wave
90 yards. Like, how crazy.
Wave at the crowd as he's galloping, not sprinting, galloping, trotting into the end zone.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I was pissed. I was shocked. I was like, how do you let that even happen? We're going in completely retooled on the defensive side. I'm hoping we can actually use a lot of these new players that we picked up and, pretty much take advantage of their talents while we have them. But, I don't see us I see us beating the shit out of a lot of teams, but I also don't see us losing games in a stupid manner like we used to. Because now we have a defense that's going to play lights out. Now we have an offensive line that is arguably better than last year. Is it the best? No. But is it better than last year? Yeah. And then, it's crazy to me because, we got people who were okay with how the defense looked last year. Oh, yeah, Nick Sorensen was such a bad coach. It's crazy to me. One of those people would be 49er Brian. Anyone could have done better than Nick Sorensen. Anyone could have done better than the special teams coach. But we were almost dead last.
I forgot all about him.
Teams.
Yeah.
I couldn't even remember who was worse between the defense or the special teams. Both of them were bad.
It was a circus, and not a good one. Oh, by the way, you mentioned special teams. You see the latest that's going on with Jake Moody? Moody's changing his approach before he gets to the ball to kick it. Hey, Jake, why did you think of that last year?
Hey, man, I swear to God, I can't remember if we picked up a long snapper or not.
But
if we picked up a long snapper and Jake Moody is still missing, then it's Jake Moody. It's 100% Jake Moody.
Because they blamed everybody else. You're right. They blamed everybody, but
they blamed everybody else.
Fired the long snapper.
I'll give
got a new one.
credit where it is due. He called out Jake, told him get his head out of his ass, but at the same time, Debo was doing the exact same thing.
I know. Debo's not the one to reprimand anybody. All right, Debo, clean up your own damned house first, bro.
Yeah, no, for real. Don't be throwing stones in a glass house, especially if you're living in one. But it's crazy to me because if you look at how the team looks now, I mean, we're seeing players that got picked up. We're seeing different personas kind of coming to light. You see, it's not as lax anymore. You get that feeling?
No, I do. Because there's a new spirit, a new energy in camp. I'm not surprised by that. I knew they'd be in.
It is very much like if you want to be here, you'll try to be here. If you don't want to be here, fine, don't be here. But don't expect us to bring you back, and don't expect to stay long.
Yeah.
That's the nice part about the Niners this year, is the fact that they're not looking at it like, oh yeah, we're just gonna relax and do what we need to do, because we had players who would do that. We had players that felt like they were worth more than what the team was. Prime example would be Devondre Campbell. He thought he was first starter, all-pro, whatever. Didn't work out. He knew what he was getting into, but yet he still thought because Dre Greenlaw's coming back and he's injured, he's still going to get first-team reps. That ain't going to happen. You got Deebo Samuel because he had one good season talking about, oh, yeah, I can do this and that, this and that, this and that. You have Brandon Ayuk, who performed out of his mind the year before, thinking he can say whoop-de-whoop that I need to get signed this, I need to get signed that before CMC. the difference between a lot of the players and CMC is CMC doesn't really brag, but he's the goddamn workhorse of the entire team, you know. And the Niners finally grew a spine and got rid of a lot of the players that were mouthing off. And now the whole energy's changed. Now it's proven. Now it is like we're entering a new season where the whole mentality of the team is proven. Yeah. And you can see it. You can see it when you like watch someone like play from the OTAs today. You can see it when they do little press releases, when they talk. No more of these crazy IG lives that they have. You know, it's either put up or shut up. And I'm all about that, man. You know, the Niners need that. They need that. It's either put up or shut up.
They lost face last year. They know. They really did. So this year it's go back there and shut everybody the hell up, and including Brock's got the number one job: make them shut the hell up. You know.
And that's what it's looking like it's going to happen, man. You know, we got a lot of good talent. Brock Purdy's coming in. A lot of people saying he didn't deserve it. I think he did. I think that's a fair number, really, you know, especially considering that he came in randomly as the dead last pick into the Niners late season, took us to the NFC Championship. Yeah. Following year, goes to the Super Bowl. Third year, yeah, he flopped, but at the same time, you know, he was still putting up good numbers.
You know?
So I think, yeah, it was a well-deserved contract.
I mean, what is it? You know, oh, no, hey, look at that 1 year. Look at that 1 year. He sucked. Okay. You know what? The conversation with that person is over anyway, because he ain't, that's just stupid.
There are two plays. There are two plays where he actually threw a direct interception to another team. Two plays that I remember correctly. Everything else was off the hands of the player. Deebo Samuel couldn't catch it. Brandon Ayuk couldn't catch it.
Don't forget about Ronnie Bell. We got to stop Steven though. I can't wait to see you Friday though, bro.
I'll see you Friday, Ronbo. Guaranteed, I'll be here.
Looking forward to it, Steven. Appreciate your fam. Steven, that is a dude. Have a great night, fam.
Oh, Ronbo, before I forget, last year you missed it, man. I turned 30.
Wait, are we talking
back on Thursday?
Your birthday's Thursday? Hey, Friday, we overdo it on Friday. All right.
I'll see you Friday.
You know? Happy birthday for now. I got more for you Friday. All right, fam. All right, Steven.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.
You too. Jeremy. Come on in, Jay.
Oh.
Jeremy.
Hey, Rambo.
Jeremy, man, I'm in here because I needed to vent. You know, every time I open up the dailies and I'm looking down through the 49ers news and I'll see multiple shots being taken to Brock Purdy. You know, why is there other things to talk about? These people don't have anything else to do besides get up in the morning, have a cup of coffee, and get busy on Brock Purdy. I said, you know, what is with
well, see, the trick is I just can't admit that they were wrong about Brock Purdy.
At this point.
And you look at the statistics of all the other quarterbacks, he done better than Mahomes. He done better than Josh Allen. All of them for the last 3 years. Yeah. And their statistics. Yep. He's done better than any quarterback. So, you know, if you go by statistics, especially the last 2 years, he's done better than any quarterback ever started that quick.
It's documented.
Ever.
Yeah.
You know, and if he's done better than all these other quarterbacks, then how did he not deserve to get paid?
That one
you know,
year.
All these other quarterbacks are making more than him, and he did better than they did.
Yeah.
That's including Mahomes and Allen.
Yeah.
All thing Mahomes got is a couple of Super Bowls.
And he's already been paid.
Statistic-wise, he's better than they were, and they won the Super Bowl. But statistics, he does better.
And that has to count for something. Damn right.
That has to count for something, you know. If the only one that can compete with you is Mahomes and Josh Allen, and you're beating their records by statistics, then that's got to count for something. They're supposed to be the best in the best.
Mm-hmm.
No, they're supposed to be the best in the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
It's Mahomes and Josh Allen. And, sorry, Purdy did better. Statistically.
With less.
I mean, they can say what they want, but that's the facts.
Mm-hmm. Joe Burrow's a good quarterback. Here's the thing, and these people have circumstances that people will excuse. They say Joe Burrow has no defense. Okay. Lamar.
Well, why is Lamar Jackson doing good?
Oh yeah, Lamar Jackson. Now Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson's an outstanding quarterback, but the numbers still say he's either underachieving or he's not keeping up with Brock. They're doing. I mean, that year they were having an argument going back and forth between who's going to be the MVP, Lamar or Brock. Brock was not the athlete that Lamar was, but he was keeping up with him. It's about the production
Actually, he
on
did
the
better.
field. He did.
He did better statistics. That's just who gets picked by MVP. I think anymore. A lot of it is who they like.
Yeah. They try to make the face of the league
on the record.
Yeah,
it's done by who they like. And that's what it boils down to.
Wow. It's just going to get – we'll see next year, though, Jeremy. I can't wait to see. If Brock comes out there putting up numbers, and he can't wait to do that. This is what I like about the picking on him, Jeremy. They're making him mad.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's mad. So now I know he comes out there.
It's going to be funny when he beats all the records and goes to the Super Bowl, and then I'm going to laugh and go, well, he's done it again.
We're going to have a license to go crazy. I'm going to be tagged. I love to go to Twitter and tag those people up that have been talking trash. Oh, that just makes my day.
Yeah.
I can't believe Nick Wright hasn't blocked me yet. I talk about him like he's got a tail every chance I get. God, I hate that guy. Oh. So
I hate a lot of them.
Jesus, they just go. Oh,
there's very few of them I like besides you, Ronbo.
Well, thanks, Jeremy.
If you're going to cut down my team and cut down my quarterback, I don't want to listen to you.
Yeah, I know. Well, that's bad. You're good to do that because if you feed into it, like I often fall into, you end up getting all raged out. No, I'm uncomfortable. I can't say enough. I'm pounding on my keyboard. It just sets me on fire. And then people already asked me to please chill out with Rudy over on Twitter. I take 2 or 3 days off sometimes. I don't say anything to him. I try. God.
I don't even listen to them. They're not worth listening to. They don't know nothing about football. If they did, they wouldn't say what they say.
Well, that's good.
That's how you got to look at it. Because when your quarterback's beating everybody in statistics and doing great, how can they say they know football if they say he's one of the worst quarterbacks and he don't deserve it? They're either not watching the games or they just don't know football.
I know, right? That's why I'm saying some of the things sound ignorant. It's just really don't know what they're talking about, and they put that out there. And you don't forget their name.
And people gonna listen to him,
though.
Yep. He's the last pick of the draft. They can't stand that they was wrong. They just can't stand it.
Yeah.
Like Tom Brady. How many years did it take Tom Brady to come out and them say he was great?
Yeah, you're right. It took a while.
He was so far in the last pick.
6? Was he round 6? I think. Yeah.
Yeah. He done won 2 Super Bowls till they said he was anything.
I know, right? Not just 1 Super Bowl. You got to win 2. That was the supporting cast that won it. You know what, Jeremy? If Brock would have won that Super Bowl year before last, it would have been all about everybody but Brock.
Yep.
Already proven this team cannot win with just anybody at quarterback. That's been proven a number of times already. So let's stop with the nonsense.
Hey. The only other person that done good was Garoppolo.
And he fell short,
for this team being a quarterback.
Yeah.
And he fell short. And Mahomes did better than Gronk has.
Yeah.
Purdy has done better than Gronk. Statistic-wise and everything else.
Look at all them first-round picks. His whole class.
He's got to be good. Otherwise, he wouldn't be putting up the numbers he's putting up.
And you can see the intelligence out on the field sometimes. I don't care if Brock doesn't have a howitzer for an arm. He puts the ball where it's supposed to be. And he reads defenses, he gets out of trouble, and he finds a way to get that ball off to his receivers. Do people think each and every quarterback in the league can do that? It just makes me, I don't understand. What are you looking at? Oh, look, he's got a noodle arm.
I don't know.
The hell, man?
Who cares about his noodle arm? He can throw it 60 yards. How far you need to throw it?
That's only 400 yards of field. God.
You know, I mean, come on.
Jeremy, we're going to go. I'll see you Friday. I'd love to get in there. I'll be looking for you. All right?
All right. Be looking for you. Been looking forward to it.
Thanks, fam. Night, Jeremy.
Good night. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. You know, I was telling when Texas Boy's in here, Dak over who? You know, I can't wait to see the Cowboys. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing the Cowboys next year, actually. You know, hey, Texas Boy, I'll tell you what, man, if the Cowboys have another Cowboy year, boy, I better not see you in here. We will stop the show. Everybody just put the spotlight on Texas Boy. That's what's going to happen that day. If mid-season you guys are 2-7, boy, if I see you, and you know it's possible, you guys got a dumpster fire that's been burning over there for years. Hey, it's time for Phil. Hey,
Ronbo.
Wait, hold on a second. Steven, I don't think that's really 49er Brian. Is that right? 49er Brian, when's the last time he took a shot at you like that? Anyway, Phil, go ahead. Listen, man. How you doing, Phil? Good to hear from you.
Well, Texas Boy is delusional.
He's comical at this point.
He's in a division he can't win. So,
I mean, AFC would be worse. I mean, the guy, Cowboys organization is just really ran by, I don't know what's wrong. Jerry probably should be going in for a test to see if he's still cognizant. He's just doing strange things. But, Phil.
All right, Ronbo, let's talk about Brock.
Let's do that. I'm listening.
First of all, he was number 2 in QBR his first year.
Yeah.
He was number 1 in QBR his second year.
Mm-hmm.
He was number 7 QBR with all the injuries that we had.
Talk about it.
Last year. So why doesn't he deserve a top 7 salary?
I don't understand.
I mean, Jared Goff hasn't won as much as Brock Purdy in 7 years as Brock Purdy's done in 3 years.
Yeah. And you can say that about a lot of the quarterbacks.
Not won.
Right?
None of them, except for Patrick and Brady.
Mm-hmm.
Patrick and Brady have dominated the Super Bowl.
That's why Geno and Jalen ranked above him is making me crazy. How come, PFF?
So Jalen won a Super Bowl, but damn, he's got the best offensive line and the best defensive line.
Don't forget about Saquon Barkley.
Yeah.
Jack, he didn't have to work that hard this year.
No, they made a but they're not going to win next year.
You don't think so,
way.
huh? I wonder.
No, their schedule is so
tough to back-to-back. Yeah.
It's tough to come off first place schedules.
I know. We know about that,
We've done
don't
it for years.
Ooh, we know about that.
And we're coming off a last place schedule.
Finally.
So, Ronbo,
mm-hmm.
We're winning the division. Mark my words.
Vegas agrees with you, too.
When we play Chicago, the Rams play Detroit. When we play play the New York Giants,
Phil's looked ahead in the schedule.
The Rams play Philadelphia. You got to think about those things. That's a three-game swing.
Yeah. Saquon loves playing the Rams, too.
But anyway, Brock Purdy is worth every penny of what he got. And his contract is a team-friendly contract.
That's another thing. He cooperated in a way.
Because after 3 years, we can get out of it.
Yeah. But he's confident.
So,
He knows he can get that done. That's what I love about this kid. Whatever it takes, Coach. Sign
Brock's
that.
the
I'll
best.
sign here.
Brock's the best. And you know what? Like guys like Chris Sims, you know why he doesn't understand Brock Purdy? Because Brock Purdy is mental.
Chris
Sims is a dumb shit.
I mean, he never succeeded as a quarterback like his father. He was already in the
He
shadow.
was a backup quarterback because he couldn't figure out the mental aspect.
Yep. It's not handed down through the genes. You got to be good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Chris is still crying about Mac
Joe
Jones.
Montana would not be a good quarterback under those guys' statistics.
Mm-hmm.
He's not a fast guy. He's not a strong arm. But he's a winner.
Yep.
Brock Purdy's a winner.
I take that every day. Any day and all day over anything else. Damn right.
These people don't understand that. They're stupid.
So yeah. This is why, the critics should come in, and they're going to be in tomorrow, Phil. They're going to be in the next day, and they're still going to be throwing shots at Brock when there's other things to talk about. Because apparently, Phil, they don't have anything to talk about.
And Ronbo, you know what a fat boy of? Fred Warner. He's going to be a Hall of Famer.
Oh, easily. Already. If he quit today, or if he got taken out today. Yeah. He's done too much.
Already. Put Fred up there. I mean,
that's
he's the best of the
I'm
best.
thinking of the best defender of all time too. I've thrown that back and forth too. Is it Fred Warner?
Jerry's
Phil?
gone. Jerry's passed. Fred's present. Let's put him up there.
But what about
and he's
Ronnie
gonna
Lott?
He's gonna be here for the next 5 years.
True. But I see what you're saying though. Modern day player versus legendary player. Yeah,
Fred's a legendary player.
Well, I mean, the thing is, Joe would represent the legendary. Fred would represent the modern day hero. So I'm thinking, I'm from your concept, I'm thinking, who's the modern day badass?
Fred.
Yeah. There's an argument to be made also about that other linebacker, Willis. You got. See, that's why it's.
I love Patrick. I've met Patrick. He was a stud.
I know.
But Fred is dominating.
That's true.
He's Pro Bowl every year.
Yeah.
All pro.
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's the new generation of linebacker.
Yeah, in fact,
and he started it.
Yeah, I was going to say exactly. He was the prototype.
So anyway,
you get a
Ronbo,
big
that's
guy
my
that played
input.
safety, put him
That's
at linebacker.
my input. Take it or leave it. Don't matter.
No, it does.
I love you, bro.
Love you back. You know I take you serious. I'm thinking about that. I like that idea. Let's do this Friday.
That man is going to be down in history as one of the greatest linebackers of all time.
And such a humble guy.
And we got him.
Him. We do.
So anyway.
Right.
You know what? I'm looking forward to this year. I really am.
I can't wait to. I'm excited more than I was last year this time. So yeah.
All right. No, we had the hardest schedule of all time last year. And we have the easiest schedule of all time this year.
And we deserve it.
People don't understand that.
They will. Phil, we got to go. And I can't wait till Friday.
5 buys that we had to play teams. 5 buys.
I know.
Out of 32.
It's ridiculous. Let's right the ship now. Phil, we got to go.
Just an incredible tough schedule.
We got to break this year. Phil,
we have none.
Let me see you Friday, Phil. I love it. Phil's got a lot to say tonight.
Ronbo.
Bookmark that, Phil. I'm going to see you Friday.
We're gonna fucking kick some ass this year.
Can't wait.
All right?
All right.
All right, man.
All right, Phil.
Take care.
You too, fam. Night, Phil.
All right.
Oh, I love it. There's enthusiasm all over the fan base now, man. We're pumped. I really am. I mentioned this weeks ago. I said I'm more excited about this season than I was last year because the pressure was on last year. I was scared to death. I might admit it to you now, and people always call me Chicken Little, but still, last year I said, oh man, here we go. We cannot fail. Anthony, come on in, fam.
You bet. What's going on, Ronbo?
Hey man, you know I'm probably gonna do this again. I'm tired of people picking on my quarterback like they do. Unjustified digs. Just saying all kind of nasty things. Making the only sample of last year's the only thing we're going to defend
about the Ronbo.
What?
Did you see the interview between Mikael Williams and K and Adam K?
No, I haven't seen that one yet.
Well, I mean Kay Adams.
Okay. One of Kay's interviews. I haven't seen that yet. I do watch her interviews often, though.
She asked Mikael about Brock getting paid. He said, "Thank God." She said, and she asked why. He said, "I believe in Brock. I can't wait to get out there on the field because he's proven. He already made some Super Bowl. He proved that he can get there."
Yeah, mentally, it's clear he's tough. That's what I'm talking about.
And the whole locker room is pumped, Ronbo. Them young boys not bought in already, Ronbo. Yeah, I've been working with Nick Bosa. He said Nick Bosa not showing him how to use his hands.
I mean, I love it. Mikael, first thing he did is when he found Nick. Nick, I'm going to be on you, man, all day, every day. I want to be like you, man. Yes.
Said, man, he said Nick not showing how to use the hand, how to time and stuff. He said he can't wait to get out there on that field. He said, I want to come to do. He said, Robert Sutter's gonna cut me loose. I get to run free. I get to get out there and do what I came there to do. Let's go get the quarterback.
And we're gonna have to give a name to that group. My boy CJ's gonna be in the middle. Oh man, can't wait to see what develops here.
But remember, what people fail to realize why they down in Brock. If you take they talking about all the weapons Brock got, right?
Yeah.
He's a system quarterback, right?
Yeah.
Remember, I tell you right now, there's 2 players you take away from Jalen Hurts right now, and he ain't nothing.
I know Saquon's one. Who's the other?
Take away Saquon Barkley and take away what's called the wide receiver.
Yeah. What is that?
Them 2 away right now.
Yeah.
Hurts nothing because Saquon Barkley is another CMC. You got to know where he at on the field at all times. So he can catch the ball just as well as he can run.
And the defense gets wore out.
Take them 2 weapons away from him, Hurts, and see what happens.
He'll come back down to where he was the year before last, is all. And it was nothing. He was okay,
last year,
but not special.
Even when they went to that Super Bowl, if it wasn't for Barkley, they were done. Remember, Barkley always bailed them out.
Well, Anthony, I don't know. I got to tell you, that defense was just tearing Patrick up. If Patrick's mama was watching that game, she's worried about her child. They was tearing Patrick's ass up. I mean, because that one shot, I still reminds me. They was pulling him in 2 different directions. He looked like a chicken wing being separated out there. Ooh, oh, damn.
But you know what? But you know what I enjoyed about that game, Ronbo?
What?
These referees, they couldn't help but call the game. You know why?
What?
Because the referee that usually called that game was suspended, Ronbo. See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The one referee that was cheating on us, and what's going on the game, they were suspended. So he had all new referees out there except for one. So they can't help but call the game. Right.
I mean, Bill Vinovich, it wasn't out there. I said, you know what? How do we get Vinovich for every important game we need to play in? That was by design.
You know that every time we played them in Super Bowl, they put that clown out there in his crew.
Vinovich.
For call the game against us. Every time, Ronbo.
We shouldn't even know these coaches, these referees. We shouldn't even know their names. That mofo got famous.
That's how bad they be cheating. We can't help but know their names.
God. My God.
As far as, I'm gonna be honest with you. About, you know why Kyle can't beat Andy Reid in Super Bowl?
Vinovich.
Because when Andy Reid, because when Andy Reid was young, like Kyle, when they had the Eagles with all them stars on, his head was hard, just like Kyle. You know Kyle ain't gonna change, Ronbo. See what I'm saying?
Well, he went through the same thing at that time. Well, when he was with the Eagles.
That's right. Because Andy Reid was just like Kyle when he was young. Head hard, stubborn, don't want to change. So Andy Reid, he's not going to change.
You got a good point.
Until Kyle changed the way he thinks, he would never beat Andy Reid in a Super Bowl.
There's a few coaches like that, legendary coaches. Yeah. Madden was like that.
Andy
People in the Raiders weren't winning like
Kyle
that.
Kyle was the same way.
Madden
was the same way.
Chuck Noll over with the Steelers. Noll didn't start out just owning the place, you know. And the Rams had one Super Bowl they won back in '94 with Dick Vermeil. Vermeil was always a good coach, but he was getting beat his ass, getting beat all the time. They finally got a break.
When Andy Reid was over there in with Philadelphia, man, he had Shane McCoy, Deshaun Jackson, number one tight end.
How about the quarterback?
That's what I'm saying. You see what I'm saying? But he couldn't get out of his way. He was stubborn, Ronbo. He was just like Kyle.
Because coaches believe in their program, and actually we want that. But you can believe in your program and make some modifications. You see what the problem is. Tweak it.
That's all you got to do.
Yeah. Apply it to your talents.
I do believe he ain't got no choice but to involve this year, because he gonna have to play rookie, because Jared York now shown him. But I'm gonna take a little bit of your power away from you.
I know. Didn't you love that?
You drafted these wide receivers, and you gonna use them.
Not worth the damn. Ronnie Bell should have never been out there all day. Ronnie Bell was always a backup, he fooled every. But Anthony, to be fair, Ronnie Bell fooled me too. I thought he might be some kind of good.
I mean, during training camp, he was awesome, Ronbo. You got in the game.
Yeah.
It was prime time to me. It would have wet the bed, Ronbo.
I mean, right away, changing clothes on the middle of the field. You know, Anthony, the thing is about Debo, though. Kyle did design the program around him. I'll give him credit for that.
You see, and Ronbo, and that's why the team caught on to it, because he became predictable. Ronbo.
Yeah, see, you can't do that. You gotta.
And the coaches finally realized if we take Debo out the game.
Now it's a new team.
Well, now you see what I'm saying? It's over with. That new Kyle now game plan all around Debo. You feel me?
Yeah. And when Debo goes down, there's no playbook left for anybody else. There's no game plan.
And the new he couldn't run no routes. That new went on, and he couldn't get no separation. So all they had to do was put the only thing they had to do is run a man-to-man coverage on him. And he couldn't get no separation. Can't run routes.
Now, come on now. Don't beat him up. We got to go, though, fam. I didn't even realize we was that far. We've been having a good time here. Hey, Anthony, I'll see you Friday, though.
All right, Ronbo.
All right. Anthony, always appreciate you. Have a good night.
I didn't mean to beat him up that bad, though, Ronbo.
No, you beat him up pretty bad, though, but it's okay. All of us did a little bit. Sorry, Anthony.
Yeah. All right, Ronbo.
Yeah, I got to tell you, dude, how many players have left the 49ers that we talk bad about them? Is that a bad thing that we do? Should we maybe pump the brake on that? Well, we talk bad about some players that leave us. But, hey, yo, it's time for some Latino heat. Emilio.
What happened?
Emilio, man,
we should have talked bad about him. That's why you're not on the team. You want to wear shit. I'm sorry to say, what people was great.
We got a list.
Just play like boo-boo.
He was. I mean, try to think about. We talked about Jimmy. I know you did a lot more than you should have.
Oh yeah, we talked same thing. He was good at one point, and he played like ass. It was horrible. Why are you riding the bench now? Reason.
Let's think about the all-time favorites we beat up on. It's just for a trivia question. Who are some of the guys that left and we were so glad they left? And what's his name don't count though. That linebacker from Green Bay. Because he was booty cheeks before he came. Actually,
that
Devondre.
Was different. That's
not a real 49er.
Another one was Garcia. It was about time. We couldn't get over there.
Garcia did run out on the wrong way, but he was good before that last season. Who else?
You really got to sit there and just decide. There's so many. You done had and they ran them to the ground. And time ended.
Legendary talk about. A.J. Jenkins never got a chance, but boy, we couldn't wait till his. I almost said it too. Anyway, we couldn't wait till his booty get left, and I wanted Trent Baalke to go with it when I thought about it. But man, Brock Purdy, man, see, here's a dude that has done some good things and had one bad season due to a lot of reasons, and they won't get up off him. You know what? This is. Man, now I got paid, they just won't stop. I mean, where are you at on that situation?
Oh, he deserved to get paid. He done proved him to get paid. He actually took a friendly deal. He just said, I want to keep the team. I want y'all to be able to still pick up players.
And we knew we thought he might do that,
too. He took a deal.
Yeah, he did.
So, he
Cap is $9 million.
I want what Dak is getting paid.
Could have done that.
He should have said that to team. I want what Dak's getting paid. He actually had a right to do that. Whether some fans liked it or not, he actually had a right to say, I want Dak's money. Whether you guys like to either get rid of me so I get paid so long, so I'm going to get paid like that. He could have done that. He chose not to. So
that's why I appreciate him.
Yeah.
Dak set the standard. That's it. You got to pay. And Dak's still getting paid more than everybody in the league and ain't worth a damn. I said it, Texas
boy. I done seen it. I seen they done picked up what's that? George Pickens stuff. Yeah, they might look good during the season, but come the playoff time,
I forgot about that.
They're gonna fall apart in the playoffs every single time.
Who's the running back though in Dallas?
That is a big question. Who knows? I don't even know.
Because you can't.
It ain't Zeke no more. They got rid of Zeke.
I know, Rex, but you know something, fam? That day that everybody, it's all about running game now. The passing game. We don't need no running back. No. Them days are over. If anybody proved that, it was Saquon and CMC. You need a running game.
Hey man, if the Eagles don't realize that if it wasn't for Saquon most of those games, Eagles would have won a lot of those games.
Damn right, and they definitely wouldn't have won. They would have a whole lot of times they would have got beat. Rams are still mad about that.
Saquon, I'm still surprised Saquon didn't get MVP. Because that proved it. There was a couple games where Hurts got hurt, and Saquon was still running the ball.
I know. And he could have just sat down. But Jalen could have sat down anyway. Somebody else could have came in and handed him the ball if he was feeling that bad.
They did. I forgot what game it was. The backup came in and he played. I forgot their backup quarterback.
Who is their backup quarterback?
He came in and played. I forgot his name. I know some white guy. I forgot his name.
There's a lot of guys. There's a lot of teams.
I remember seeing him play a couple games. The Jalen had got hurt, but I forgot his name. But anyways, yeah, that's just
Who's Mahomes back? Oh yeah. What's his name? Your favorite guy.
My favorite guy? No, that's yours. Isn't it Blaine
We used
Gabbert?
to argue about Blaine. Emilio, you and I used to argue about Blaine Gabbert hardcore.
Yeah, you thought he was good. I don't know why. He's got to. No, he was horrible.
Cap was killing me that year.
He was just another Tim Rattay. A couple games, and then he was just horrible. Now, that's the thing.
But yeah, that's the backup for the Chiefs. There's a lot of teams. Does Josh Allen have a backup? Anyway, but more about see, here's the thing. I'm looking at this year, if after he gets paid, if our boy does not produce, it's going to be bad next year as far as the conversation goes.
No, of course, with anybody. That's what anybody got paid. You seen what happened with Bosa when he got paid. He didn't do so good. Freddie didn't do so good. Peter didn't do. It's so bad.
Yeah, this happens.
Every guy we got with Purdy. But you think about it with Purdy, he was trying to do too much when he shouldn't have been doing, because he was worried about getting paid, because he knew his contract was coming up. So it might change a little bit, because he said himself, I was trying to do too much when I shouldn't. I should have just played my game like I should have. One night that might change, most likely. So we might see it changing him. Because he sees he's not too much of a big money guy. So, like I said, of course he needed to get paid, but it's going to be one of those things where I think with him getting paid now, he'll play a lot smarter. Because he already said, I need to work on my fundamentals because I was doing too much. And I just need to pay more attention, take the check down, and
I agree, and that's Kyle's fault to some degree. Kyle, don't make him think he's carrying the whole load out there. Talk to him. See, sometimes I wonder what Shannon talks to people about when he talks to them. He was, like you're saying, I think he was out there trying to carry the team because we had so many people out. Brock should have never had that mindset. Stay within yourself and let's follow the game plan. Don't.
No, it didn't. But that's how he was thinking. Like I said, he admit to doing that. He's like, I was trying to do too much when I shouldn't have. But that's kind of a good thing he went through that now instead of later, because if not, we would have had a problem. Like, we paid all this money. You ain't doing nothing, because everybody's complaining about how you got all that money because suppose he's not doing it. Like,
Brandon made me mad for some other reasons, but it wasn't because he got paid. Because Brandon, I wish you just that thing when he said I could have signed that contract back in August. You know what I'm saying, man? Why didn't you? What are you doing? First week, and you wait till the end of the month. Oh hell no!
I think I blame Debo for that. Honestly,
maybe
it was him listening to Debo, because Debo was acting like an ass before he got his contract. Yeah. I blame Debo for that. And, people may not agree with me, but. Him being Debo's buddy.
Because they were buddies.
I think he got that from Debo. Listening to him. No, man, just wear it out, man. They need to do what you want. You doing all this. They need to pay you. They need to pay you.
That sounds about right.
Come on, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Look at it.
And the coaches.
Appreciate what Debo did, but.
Yeah.
I appreciate what Debo did, but I'm glad he's off the team, because he was just wasting his time and talent, and the game plan was too much focused on him when it shouldn't have been.
And we're moving on to a new style. Remember, we were a finesse team with the receivers a few years back, and then all of a sudden we went to Smash Mouth and Yak. And then Yak is fading now, the 49ers. Now we're trying to get back to playing a little more technique and a little more finesse. I still love me some Yak. I love watching people go down.
Of course, everybody does. Everybody does. At this point, it's just more of they're trying to get the team get back together more united than they were before. Because it's just like they looked lost last year. They looked frustrated because they lost that Super Bowl. So, it's kind of, you get a new vibe from the team. Kind of a little re-up from everything they went through. So, with players gone, adding new players. So.
Yeah, and then there's that personnel changes. Good stuff, Emilio. I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to go and we'll see you Friday. Emilio's back football season. We see him on a regular basis. Emilio, fam. I'm best in family. I'll see you Friday, fam. All right.
All right. You have a good night. Nobody else out there.
Do Emilio. All right, fam.
All right. Okay.
Oh, I love this new name. I won't say it out loud, but we got Eric.
What's going on?
Eric, man, we're just sitting there, man, and you know, we're watching people just beat up on our quarterback, and it just is as if during the off season, a lot of times people just try to come up with themes and material to put out. You know, especially writers, they've got to put something out there. They can't think of anything else. Let's go pick on the 49ers in some fashion. Hey, how about that quarterback, Brock Purdy, huh? Is that guy meat to be fried? Let's get this line out there right now, okay? Biggest, most overpaid quarterback in NFL history hasn't done a damn thing, right? And even the guy who writes it knows that's bullshit. But he goes ahead and puts it out there anyway just because he likes to watch guys like myself who can't stand it. Now, most people with good sense and even temperament just read that stuff and keep on moving. I sometimes I can avoid idiots, but all too often I'll jump right in there and I'll be that fish that they were fishing for anyway. And I just hook, line, and sinker. What are you talking about, you 30-foot? That's what makes sense. Somebody give me some stat. You know, and I'm going on. And it's just, I can't help it. So, Eric.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
yeah, I know. I mean, I tell you, for somebody who's not that good, supposedly, we're talking about a guy that has come into Seattle, Washington multiple times and won.
It's not easy.
And won.
It's not easy. A quarterback's job is just pure hell. I don't even know how. The stress level is enough that they would need medication. If you're a quarterback for more than 4 or 5 years, you've probably got high blood pressure. You've got any condition that develops some high stress levels at all times. You probably have all kind of subscriptions. You're carrying the weight of an entire franchise on your shoulders. And if something goes wrong, it's going to be the coach next, and it just goes into a line. That's a hell of a hard job. So when a guy's doing as good as Brock Purdy has been and has one fall down, there's no need to go after him like that. So, you know.
And people, I mean, for some reason, people, they like to kind of, especially with Brock, they like to pick on Brock when Brock is down like that.
7th round pick. Babyface. Not that tall. You know, so they just look at him as a person to pick on, you know, bully. So, you know.
But in the day, he's better. He's among the best in the league.
Yeah. Some of the guys that are ranked ahead of him, they don't have the same stats to put down. You know, Eric, if you're sitting there and you're not looking at any persons, they're sitting out in the lobby and they pass, everybody throws in their resume and you read it and you look at everybody's resume for the past 3-4 seasons. And then you should probably pick, honestly, you probably should look at Josh Allen real seriously, Joe Burrow real seriously by just, you know, looking at some of the, but on paper, Brock's at minimum number 2.
Yeah. I mean, it's pathetic that he does not get the respect he deserves.
Even when he did well that year, he still wasn't getting any respect. They gave all the love and glory to the guys that he played with. Brock didn't say anything. You know, I understand you got George Kittle, you got Debo, you got Ayuk, you got Juszczyk, you got an arsenal. Yes, they are the Avengers, but you can't just say the quarterback ain't worth a damn. There's quarterbacks been out there that we've had that struggled. You've got to know what you're doing. You got to learn how to use those weapons. It's not that easy.
Yeah. Yeah. It's actually sad that, I mean, that he does not get the respect that he deserves.
Well, you know, sometimes it takes a while. Maybe this year, you know, he does not like, what's his name, TJ says, if he doesn't go to the Super Bowl and win it, then he's overpaid. Now, he hadn't said anything like that. He didn't say anything about that. He didn't say anything like that about Dak. He didn't say Jalen Hurts got his contract recently. Didn't say anything about him. All these other guys that have come before, we've not heard anything about. You better go to that Super Bowl, and he better win it, or he's overpaid. Now, after Trevor Lawrence got paid, he didn't say that. Tua got paid. He didn't say that.
Yeah.
All these guys are getting paid. You look over in Detroit. I don't have Jared Goff has proven to me he's not as bad as I'd laughed about years ago. He got paid. The indictment against him. Go ahead.
Speaking of Detroit, has anyone heard of Mr. Bull yet tonight?
Who?
John.
John.
John Bull. No, D-O-N.
Oh, Don Burr. He didn't make it tonight because Maddie's not on the phone. He likes Maddie. As soon as Maddie comes on, he thinks that's his cue. Don Burr, what the hell's wrong with you, man? What do you got against Maddie?
What's up, Don?
I didn't even think about that till you mentioned it. Don Burr, as soon as he hears Maddie's voice, Detroit versus everybody. We don't care, Don.
Oh, not you.
God, everybody won, by the way. So, yeah. That's going to be a fun year. I honestly, though, Eric, they're going to get that. They're going to get that beast back on the edge this year. Detroit's going to be tough.
Yeah.
The Rams have to play them.
Yeah.
They made the playoffs.
I remember a couple of years ago, I thought they had it.
I did too. I warned everybody about Detroit.
No way.
I knew it. I knew. I saw Detroit coming 1 year at least before they arrived. I knew it. I see you guys laughing at Detroit. Don't laugh. I'm telling you right now. I don't want to be bothered with that team. If we can get by them in the playoffs, I'd be really grateful. Sure enough, here they come. Well, we'll see though. What they look like this year, because they've been around, they're established, everybody knows who they are. You know how to prepare for them. Eric, hey, always fun. Let me see you Friday, okay?
I'll be here, bud.
I'm looking forward to it.
Night,
Eric.
Great night.
Hey, Rakeem, it's football season, man. I don't know when you're... Rakeem, thanks, fam. Just dropping some love for you and your show, Ronbo. Go Niners. Thank you, Rakeem. Yeah, Rakeem, are you feeling like I'm about this season? I feel like a whole new fresh start, and I feel like a positive one. We've got a perfect mix of youngsters and veterans, so I'm feeling good about it. It's not all rookie team where we're starting from scratch and no need to have any lofty expectations. We got a good team. I just wish we could get Mustafa back mid-season at least. I'm still worried about that safety position because Jair, he worries me. We'll see. Hey, fam, listen, enjoy your rest of the week. And I'm going to tell you what I'm going to see you Friday. And let's get together and see what happens at OTAs and talk some more 49er football. Thanks for the contributions, fam. Can't wait to see you Friday. Oh, don't forget to subscribe, fam. I want to be able to call and holler at you and say, come on and do it. God, that feels, you got to try that. It feels good to do that.